What's up, fam? It's Josh, Kilo 8 Whiskey Oscar, also known as K8 Woo! Woo! Coming at you once again for another video here on Hamateur Hour. And today we are going to install my new Alinco DR-735 in my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. So I got this radio for a really good deal from a guy named Matt. Sorry, did not get your call sign at Hamvention. And, you know, he knew I was a pretty new ham, told him about my story, told him I did a YouTube channel and stuff like that, and made me a good deal on the radio. So Matt, thank you very much. The radio will be put to very, very good use. So I'm gonna take you through my journey of hooking it up to the truck and kind of wiring it and things like that. I've never done a full radio install before, but this is what Hamateur Hour is all about. I'm gonna show you my struggles through the entire process, and we're gonna get through this together. So let's get to it. So buying the radio is the first thing you have to do, right? But there's all kinds of other parts and pieces that you need. And so I got the radio for a good deal, and I probably spent about 70 to 90-ish dollars through the whole process to get all the parts and pieces that I needed. Since I'm new-ish to ham radio, I don't have a parts bin. I honestly dream of the day that I have a parts bin and I don't have to go out to the store and buy something new every time I need it. Like, I need to build it. And I think the more projects I do, the more parts I will have to help me with new projects. But so far, I pretty much have to buy everything brand new every time I need something. So I'll show you what I bought. So the radio itself didn't come with the full power cord. So at Hamvention, I don't even know the name of the booth, but they had all kinds of parts, pieces, stuff like that. So I got this little, I don't even know what it is. It's kind of like a T connection of some kind. I think that was like $8, $9 maybe, something like that. Then I went to the auto parts store. I bought a couple of fuse thingamajigs so I can fuse the line in between. Got two of those. Got two fuses. Then I got, so tell me if this is a good or bad idea. I don't know. Some people were saying I should solder, but I got these weatherproof butt splices. So you splice the wires together, and then you use I'll use a lighter, but use a lighter, heat gun, something like that, and fuse it together, or not fuse it, but it's like a shrink wrap kind of thing. So got those to put the wires together. And then I got some ring terminals. That'll go to the battery. And then I got two sets of 12 gauge wire, automotive 12 gauge wire. That's going to connect everything to the battery. And then RJ12. Apparently, so this radio, you could pay, I think it's 50 or 60 bucks for the remote kit, but I read online, you can use RJ12, and I haven't tested it yet, but I got some RJ12, as long as it's the straight RJ12. I guess apparently some of them are reverse, so I'm going to get a multimeter that I barely know how to use, but I know how to do the conductivity part of it, and I'm gonna make sure that it's not reversed. I don't think you will release the white smoke if it's wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Then I got this wire. I looked for if I had a old wire hanger, and I could not find one. So I've got some wire that'll help me push the power stuff through the grommet in the truck. And then instead of mounting it directly into the truck, I don't like drilling it into stuff. I got, I'll show you, little ram mount kind of situation that'll go up in the window. And don't worry about that little guy. Don't worry about that little guy. So let's do it. So I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna go in, right? So first off, I just realized, I don't know how often people look under their hood. I don't look under my hood very often. So there is some corrosion on my battery. So what I'm gonna do is I ordered some baking soda because apparently I don't have any in my house. So I'm gonna order some baking soda. I'm gonna clear this up and get it fixed. So go ahead and don't worry about leaving a comment because I know there's corrosion on my battery terminals. It happens. So apparently there is an access to a grommet right here, but there's a giant, I don't even know what this is. I don't know a lot about cars or trucks or anything like that. But it is right here. Apparently behind that is a grommet. That's not the grommet I used. If you go back to, I think it was the very first video I did on my channel, the grommet on the other side isn't blocked by something like that, but here it is blocked. So here you can see where the antenna wire goes in that I did last time. Right in there. You can kind of see it. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to put the power cable from the battery along that loom, whatever that loom is, and bring it into the cab that way. Hopefully I have enough 12 gauge wire. I don't think I can get the wire past whatever this circular thing is. I don't know what that is. Let me know what it is in the comments. So let me do a little work and I'm gonna come back here in a second. All right, after watching another video online, I found out, so when I was looking in the engine bay, I saw this opening on the driver's side. You can see that big, I don't know, big rubber kind of opening. I'm gonna show you where it comes in the truck. This is where I'm gonna go in. If you can see where all these wires are coming through, right, oh my God. Let's see if I can move my hand this way. Ugh. Up there, that's where we're gonna go through, right up there. All right, so my plan is, where I just showed you that rubber thing under the dash, probably couldn't see it very well. So I cut it with a razor. I can see light through it, which is good. Did not cut any of the loom, which is amazing because I don't want to fix that. So I'm gonna take this wire and I'm going to take, they didn't have a black wire, so we're going to do one green and one red 12 gauge wire, and I'm going to duct tape it to this bad boy and I'm going to feed it through. So I think what I'm going to do is probably feed this wire through. So instead of trying to push it through, I'm going to push this through and I'm going to duct tape the wire, duct tape the two wires to the higher gauge steel wire, and I'm gonna pull it through instead of trying to push it through. So let's see how it goes. Funny enough, I know I start the video because I put the GoPro on my tailgate. I feel like every clip I'm walking to the back to the front of the truck. So surprisingly, I got the wire through the firewall, very easy, and I thought it was gonna come out of the main part of the grommet, but it actually came out of the side. I'll show you where it's gonna come out. So, oh my gosh. So this is the flap, right? It's not coming out of that. It's coming out to the left of that flap there. All right, so I wrap the wire into the wire, and now I'm going to tape the wire. And there's what it looks like all taped up. I try to compress it as much as possible. I think that was the big problem last time, is like fitting this giant wad of wires through. Hopefully it works. I don't know, we'll see. But we're about to pull this bad boy through, so you might be able to see it a little bit better coming through now that the whole wire's coming out. I'm trying not to scratch the paint because it's sticking out here now. Yep, so that's where it's coming in. All right, let's pull this bad boy through. We got him through. Super easy. I'm sorry, there's lack of a better word. I prolapsed the rubber grommet. There's no other word for it. Woo! But look, here we go. I pulled it through. Oh. All right, so now I'm gonna connect the ring terminal things. I'm gonna connect one to the positive. Again, I know corrosion, got some baking soda coming. I'm gonna fix it up. Honestly, I haven't looked it up. If that's doing that for a reason, drop it in the comments. How do I stop that from happening? Have not changed the battery. I had the truck since it's a 2021 Tacoma, got it in 21. And then the other one's gonna go in the ground, which is right here. So red positive, green ground. Let's do it. And the terminals are crimped. We're crimped, mission accomplished. All right, next thing that we're going to do is, oh my God, I kind of screwed up. Well, maybe. Next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut these wires. Actually, probably should have done this first. I'm gonna cut these wires and I'm gonna put an inline fuse to help protect the radio. One down, I'm not gonna show you all of them. Here's what we're looking at. So that's gonna connect to back to the wire, into the battery. I'll show you when I'm done. All right, here's what we're looking at. The terminal connectors are connected to the wire, which are connected to the fuses, and then the wire goes into the truck. Let's continue the install. Sorry, it's so bright up there, I don't know. I'm new to this. Actually, I'm not anymore, but whatever. So the plan is to put the head unit underneath the driver's seat. So we're gonna put it underneath the driver's seat. Then we're gonna run the wires through. I will show you how I'm going to route the wires. Now, we have the radio under the seat, and we have the wires spliced together, going into the cab, or going out into the engine bay, with the fuses. We're ready to connect this bad boy to the battery and hope we don't blow something up. Let's go. We ran into a problem. We're gonna reconvene at another time, probably tomorrow if it's not raining. But the ring terminals that I got, they were for the correct gauge wire, but the hole is not big enough to connect to the battery. So I need to get new ones. I tried to drill it out, probably not a good idea, but I ended up ripping it out, and good morning, we're back. We are back. Had to suspend the install yesterday because the ring terminals that I had were not big enough for the battery. So stopped at the store. The beverage has changed because it's like 9 in the morning, and we're gonna finish this bad boy. Let's get to it. You guys know the 10mm meme, how you never have enough, you can never find one. It just took me probably 10 minutes to dig through all my sockets. I am admittedly not a very good or very well organized person, so apparently I only own one 10mm, and I needed that for the ground. So all right, we are done. It is installed. Hold on, let me unplug my key out of my truck because this is annoying. All right, we're done. Started raining, it's fine. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So we're gonna start in the front of the truck. So what I did is I connected the radio to the battery. So we have one going to the positive. Again, remember, I got baking soda coming on the way. to clear up this corrosion. So we go to the positive, we go to the ground, and then we go to fuses. Got to clear up all that stuff. This is actually the cleanest install I've ever done. I'm normally pretty lazy with it. I can probably clean up these wires a little bit more. We got to get a couple other zip ties, but we'll tidy that up as well. So remember, it goes through the firewall over here, and then it comes in the truck. In here. Probably can't see it, but I showed you earlier. Can't see it. So then what I did is I ran it through this plastic piece, under this plastic piece, and comes out right here. The radio, that's as far back as it goes. The radio is in the darkness down there.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Then it comes up into the truck. Now, let me show you my antenna setup as well. The antenna is on a diamond mount, hood mount, lip mount. And it is over here. And it comes in the truck into this grommet right there. So I ran the wire through under the floorboard, or through here, comes over here, and then I put it underneath this piece here, ran it around the back, and it goes under the seat over that way. Sorry, my truck is a mess. Been working on this for 2 days. Should have only been one. We're in the truck. I'm gonna show you how the head unit's set up. Got a couple questions for you guys out there. People have messed around with things. So the one thing is the RJ12. That does work for the head unit. If you have a straight RJ12, if you look and make sure that every wire color corresponds, apparently some of them are reversed. Not well versed in those wires and how those telephone cords work, but you got to get the straight one. I did not blow the radio up, so I checked it, plugged it in, it works just fine. My only problem at the moment is the cord that I got is not long enough, so I can't really tuck it in anywhere. It's just kind of hanging out at the moment, so that's going to get fixed. Then I've got it on an X RAM mount, and I got a question here too, so let me show you what this looks like. So that's one of the questions. Notice if I mess with any of the buttons or if I grab the mic, it still rotates. And I realize why, right? I realize why it rotates because if the X grip mount, whatever they're calling it, if there's anything in it, there's give, right? There's room for this to rotate. Quite honestly, that's annoying. If you guys are out there and you've used RAM mounts before, is there anything that I can do to stop that? Or should I not use the X grip thing? Should I be looking for something else? I know I think it's a different brand. I know there's Quad Lock out there. I don't know. Maybe there's another solution. I was hoping, I saw someone on Reddit do it exactly this way. But I'm a little bummed that the radio likes to move, which is super annoying. And the other thing I haven't figured out yet is how to mount the microphone. So it comes with this clip here. I don't know if I'm gonna put something where I can right there, or I kind of want it down here maybe. This is probably too high. I don't know. I gotta figure out where I want to put the microphone. I might also move the install location from here to here, maybe. The only thing getting in the way of that is, I don't think anything's in the way of that, honestly. Probably, I need a longer RJ12 anyways, so that was the other reason I moved it over here, because that cord was actually not long enough. I'd have to like put my leg over it when I went through the door, and I don't want to do that. So that's why it's over here for now. So yeah, it works. I'm going to show you. I'm on my BTEC UV Pro here, and let's do a test on 5.2 and see if anyone's out there. Kilo 8 Whiskey Oscar Oscar, check, check. Kilo 8 Whiskey Oscar Oscar, check, check. It works! We're in business. The install, honestly, if I had everything I needed, you know, I don't have a parts bin. If I had everything I needed, it probably should have only took me a couple hours, but it kind of went, I started later on it in the evening yesterday, got through most of it, and then realized that I needed another ring terminal that would fit the battery, so that kind of put me behind. But today took a little bit longer as well, because I was trying to figure out where I wanted it exactly, trying to hide all the cords and things like that. But overall, I'm pretty happy. So I'm gonna read the manual today, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna program everything. I would like to do it on the computer, but the radio's already hooked up in the truck. I didn't think about that ahead of time. So I'm just gonna manually do it. So I haven't seen a lot of videos on the Alinco DR-735 online, so I might do a couple quick videos showing you how to program it and things like that, if you're interested. I haven't dug into the radio that much, but if you have any questions about the radio, if you have any questions about the install, I drive a 2021 Toyota Tacoma. So if you have any questions about how I did something, if you're trying to install a radio in your Tacoma, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to help. I'm still a noob, but you know, I did it, so maybe I can answer some questions if you have some out there. So I appreciate you watching. Hopefully this was kind of a cool, you know, little video for you. If you got an Alinco radio and you're trying to install it, if you did a video or took some photos, drop them in the comments. Show me what you're working on. So other than that, I appreciate you guys going on this journey with me, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.